Hello and welcome back to Animal Anarchy. Again, we have the same 16 trucks we saw in racing here for Freestyle. Anyway, with a new season comes a fairly new set of rules, so allow me to explain them to you now. Here we have a CRD chassis to help us demonstrate how the rules are going to work for this season. So, each truck will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete the course. Time will start the moment they hit their first obstacle, whether it be a jump, a car, a donut, basically whatever. And each truck will have a 30-second grace period from the start of their run to basically flip over. Because this season, when a truck rolls over, that's it, its run is over. However, if it does manage to roll over within the first 30 seconds of the run, it may be allowed to get itself back onto all 4 tires at the cost of 30 seconds to its run, which would essentially turn a 2-minute 30-second run into a 2-minute run if the truck happens to roll over within the first 30 seconds of the run. Otherwise, Freestyle effectively the same way as it would be in the previous season, except now the trucks can't roll themselves back onto their wheels. So, with that out of the way, let us get on to our very first truck of this event. Starting us off here today, we have one of the many dogs here today, is ScoobyDoo. Coming in right through the gate. Looks like ScoobyDoo's found his first obstacle. Up into the air. Time has now started for ScoobyDoo. Looks like he tried getting into a bit of a donut here, but the little puddle of water there is not really letting him get the grip he needs. Some big air off of the big dirt mound, bounces off the tailgate. I think the truck might be fine, although I think I saw one of the wheels break. I'm not too sure. Yep, front right wheel is definitely broken. Right into the shed, ScoobyDoo goes, and he breaks the rear left wheel. This is going to be an interesting run for ScoobyDoo here, with half of the wheels broken. ScoobyDoo seems to manage. Looks like ScoobyDoo's trying to go for the bus here, and a backflip, and ScoobyDoo succeeds in the backflip. Still having some problems turning around here. ScoobyDoo going up and over the buses and landing it back on all 4 tires. He goes for the dirt mound once again, up into the air. Some fairly good air off of that. Putting it in reverse. Doesn't look like he was trying to go up the dirt mound. Just having some trouble steering, it looks like. Into the shed once again and bouncing over the buses. ScoobyDoo have a fairly good run so far considering the current situation. Up on 2 wheels, spins the truck around, lands it on the side, and that is going to be the end of the run here for ScoobyDoo. Up next, we have El Toro Loco, more specifically the black El Toro Loco. They raced the red El Toro Loco and managed to win, although they didn't come out on top as they lost to World Finals competitor Little Tiger. But let's see what El Toro Loco Black has here for us in Freestyle. Gonna go for the dirt mound, it looks like, up into the air. Kind of steam coming out of the nose. Up and over the shed. Going for the bus, up he goes into a sky wheelie as he lands it back down. Going for the big ramp over the bus, up he goes, lands it back down and goes back for the other buses. Another sky wheelie from El Toro Loco as steam comes out of the nose. Going for the dirt pile once again, up he goes over the pile. Back to the dirt pile, up he goes, some huge air by El Toro Loco as he bounces back down on the ground. Some more big air from this Raging Bull here as he goes for the backflip ramp. Pretty good backflip by El Toro Loco as he sticks the landing. Bit of an awkward landing for El Toro Loco there, but El Toro Loco is able to save it. And it looks like El Toro Loco is going to bring us a donut here today. Pretty good donut from El Toro Loco, going off for the next obstacle. Hitting the racing lane in reverse, popping it into a pop wheelie. Bouncing up on the front suspension, lands on the roof, and that is going to be the end of the run here for El Toro Loco Black. Up next we have another El Toro Loco, more specifically El Toro Loco Yellow. Once again, they did okay in racing, but let's see what El Toro Loco Yellow has for us here in Freestyle. Getting started by going over the racing ramp. It's a pretty good amount of speed. Bringing the truck back around, going for one of these ramps here, up into the air. Some pretty nice air off of El Toro Loco and into a wheelie. And some donuts at the opposite end of the track here. Really good donut by El Toro Loco. Up the dirt mound, pretty big air as he comes right back down to the ground. Up and over the buses on two wheels for a little bit. Hitting yet another one of the dirt mounds, landing it awkwardly. Lands on the sides of the tires. Can he recover? Yes, he can. And it appears that pole can simply be driven through. El Toro Loco with a broken rear left wheel. Let's see whether that'll affect the run at all. As he goes for the backflip ramp. Pretty good backflip by El Toro Loco. That rear wheel starting to give him a little grief as he tries turning the truck around. Up into the air, corkscrewing around, landing down on the front, on the side of the tires, and onto the roof. Yeah, another run ended early, but we still have way more trucks to go, so let's see who is up next. Up next we have Monster Mutt Dalmatian, fairly new to the CRD pack. Updated some time ago. One of the many dogs we have in the mod now. Looks like they're going for the bus stacks. Up she goes into the air. Coming right back down on top of one of the buses. Monster Mutt Dalmatian going into the lake a little bit there to wash off. Mutt Dalmatian with some nice air off the dirt pile. The little pogo on the rear wheels as they rebound. Looks like Monster Mutt Dalmatian is going to give us a donut here. A good donut by Monster Mutt Dalmatian. As she goes for the backflip ramp. Up into the air. Lands it on the nose and lands it on the side. Rolls onto the roof, and it looks like that will be an unfortunate end to the run here for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Yet another dog here, this time from the CRC pack. We have Spike. Off goes Spike through the gate. Looks like Spike's going to go for the dirt mound here. Up into the air and a bit of a sky wheelie. More big air from Spike here. Going for the backflip ramp early on. Lands it on the nose, but the truck still seems to be fine. Up into the air, clears the buses, lands into the shed, making some of the sheet metal and stuff just fly around. Up over the dirt pile once again. Some more big air off of that dirt pile as Spike lands it back down. Pops it into the air for a sky wheelie and lands it down pretty hard on the rear suspension it looked like, but the truck still seems to be fine. And a donut from Spike here for us all. Going for the dirt pile again, up into the air, a sky wheelie and a bit of a corkscrew as the truck landed on one tire and is able to save it. Going for the wreckage of the shed now, up through the air, getting spun around, lands it down hard. Lands it on the roof, and can Spike manage to recover by using the ramps here? Not quite. Spike rolls it over on the side, and once again we have another run cut short. Up next we have Monster Mutt. Again, another dog here added in the CRD update. And one of the reasons I decided to come up with the idea for Animal Anarchy, since there are now so many animal trucks in the Monster Truck mods here on BeamNG Drive. Monster Mutt seems to have found a nice pile of dirt to go up, and yes, he does. Pretty good air there off the dirt pile to start us off with. Up into the air, some pretty good air off of the ramp, and the ears flop around. Drives it straight into the dirt pile. That's going to be an awkward landing. Yes, it is. Can he save it? Yes, he can. Monster Mutt kind of ended up in the forest a little bit, but looks like Monster Mutt's going to come back and finish the run here. Up over the dirt pile once again for some more big air. Off to the wreckage of the shed and to the buses. Going for the school bus now. Monster Mutt wants to say hi to the kids as he does a backflip off the school bus. Up into the air, some pretty big air off the bus ramp. Landed on the sides of the tires, but ends up on all four once again. Monster Mutt with a sky wheelie as he comes off of the buses. Up into the air. Monster Mutt with another sky wheelie, landing on a dirt mound, getting him in a little bit of trouble, but the truck still seems to be running just fine. Up into the air once again, some even more huge air off of that dirt pile as Monster Mutt tears through the shed and the buses once again. Bicycles over to the backflip ramp, swings the truck around, lands down hard on the rear suspension. But that doesn't seem to be stopping this dog today. Up and over the buses once again and over to the wreckage of the shed. Back towards the old dirt pile, the rear wheel swinging him around as the truck rolls over once again, and that's going to put him on the side and end the run, just as time runs out for Monster Mutt here today. Up next we have yet another bull in Bulldozer, who is the original bull truck for monster trucks here in general. Let's see what Bulldozer has for us here today in Freestyle. Bulldozer seems to be lining up for the wreckage of the shed here. Up and over the shed, landing down hard on the ramp, putting into a sky wheelie. Broke something in the rear, it looks like. I'm not too sure. Maybe the truck's just fine and I'm just seeing things. I don't know. Going off the ramp here on the bus. Going for the other buses, up into the air. Lands it back down. Truck still seems to be fine anyway. Up over the dirt pile. Pops it into a little bit of a flat wheelie there. Puts it in reverse. Up and over the dirt pile. That doesn't seem to be stopping this raging bull yet. Bulldozer coming back to the buses, up into the air, some huge air, lands it down onto some of the shed. Gets part of the shed lodged in the truck and it rips off the rear wheels. Oh my goodness. Let's see what Bulldozer has to do here on two wheels. The truck just kind of slides around. And it looks like Bulldozer's just going to sit here, so it looks like that's going to be the end of the run here for Bulldozer. And our final truck for part 1 of Freestyle here today is Black Stallion. Getting some nice air on the back side of the racing lane to start the run off. Almost flips it over on the ramp there. Up into the sky, lands it down on a bit of a pogo and then a slap wheelie. Up over the dirt pile. Back to the dirt pile at full speed, up into the air. Some huge air from Black Stallion. A little bit of an awkward landing. Truck still seems to be fine. He drives right over those buses there. Off for the backflip ramp now. Up into the air. Lands it back down very nicely. Up into the air off the ramp there. Pops it into a slap wheelie once again. Slides along the tailgate a little bit. Up off the dirt mound once again, driving over the wreckage of the shed that destroyed Bulldozer last run. Crawls over the buses. Puts it in reverse. Up and over the buses. And back over the wreckage of the shed. Do a bit of a sky wheel. He lands it right back down. Up into the air once again, lands a little bit awkwardly. Truck still seems to be fine as he puts it in a sky wheel. He lands it down hard on the rear suspension. I don't think he landed on the suspension. I think he landed on the roll cage as the truck just spins around and catches fire. And as the truck lands on its side, that's going to be the end of the run here. We'll get somebody out here to put the fire out. We might clean up the track a bit, and I will see you again in part 2.